Hey, good morning, guys. Official good morning. We did a little filming of me starting the fire over there earlier. And now that I'm settled in and enjoying some coffee, weak coffee, by the way. I forgot to check and see how much coffee I had last night before I left. So, we are going to have to refill that, our little plastic bag there, because this coffee's not strong at all. And I usually drink strong black coffee. Well, I had a good sleep last night. It went really well. It wasn't too warm. I was able to see my breath, so maybe around 50, a little below 50. But the black Arctic bag wasn't too hot at all. It actually kept me pretty comfortable. The MSS sleep system in my hammock. I would have kept you guys up a little bit longer because I stayed awake for a while after doing those campfire shout-outs. I would have kept you up, but I was running low on battery. So I wanted to save some for today. I was sitting over by the fire there enjoying this coffee. And then I figured I'd shoot some video out here so you guys can kind of see. I don't do a lot of videos. Sometimes I'll spin around and show you where I'm at, but I don't feel like I don't do a whole lot of the beauty of these woods behind me and what Sonyea State Forest is. It's just beautiful land and it's woods, and you can pretty much do whatever you want here. A lot of people enjoy it. I've seen more people within the past month than I've ever seen here. It's pretty low-key though. We have a state park that's nationally known right down the road, so I think that draws a lot of attention. The plan for today, guys, is I'm probably going to break down camp after I finish some coffee and brush my teeth, of course, and start to get things together. And today I will film the packing up and kind of show you what's in my pack in reverse order, what I brought with me. We'll do the best we can with that. And that's about it. Let me step aside and show you here. There's some sun coming through the trees there. And then there's this ledge next to us here. There's my wood pile I was talking about last night, guys. If you remember, I usually just collect wood all year long and stack it over there, so I always have it when I need it. I still like going around and collecting it, but it's good to have it all right there, especially with wintertime coming. So the fire's now behind us, and that area you're looking at right there is where I hike in from. About 1 mile straight that way is the trail. And the trail goes all the way along there. But if we went this way, kind of where I started pointing you guys, if we walk this way to the trail and cross the trail, that's Keshequa Creek over there where I collect water at times. What I have is a couple of Canadian jam knots. Let's see if we can fit it okay. And with these Canadian jam knots, being that they're already jammed together. They tighten on themselves. And those are going to stay fastened for us. And then I just take the excess, tuck them under. Okay. So the MSS is all ready to go. Okay, on the front here, molled onto the front, is my utility pouch. I have lots of stuff in there, mostly for utility purposes. I'm not going to go through every pouch, guys, because we're packing up here, but if you want to see any more in any area, just let me know. But for example, batteries. I have a little fishing kit up here if I want to throw a line in the water. Pelican flashlight, lighter, headlamp goes in there. And I use this pouch a lot, so I like to keep it right on the front here. Underneath that, this little pouch is for my camera stuff. My camera goes in there, extra batteries. On this side is the Baco case. So my Baco Laplander goes in here. And this is the case from Tom Chitwood, a genius of a man. Those are molled right to the bottom pocket. In this bottom pocket, and this is the LA Police Gear Operator Backpack. I've done videos on this before. I have my sharpening kit, so I have sharpening instruments in here, and I have a 55-gallon drum liner. MSS on the bottom. On the side, fire kit. So various ferro rods, flint and steel, fat wood, Maya dust in there that I made. Majority of these are Condor pouches, guys. On this side is a H2O pouch. This has a little pocket in the front. You can keep a lot of stuff. I have a Stanley water bottle, I have a Stanley Adventure cup, and I have just a cheap $5 metal cup in here. They all fit in there. Next thing is the sleeping system with the hammock, tarp, stuff I showed yesterday. I got a first aid / hygiene pouch, so toothbrush, toothpaste, vitamins, stuff like that, you know, anything for first aid. It's light first aid, nothing too heavy. hand sanitizer, let's throw that in here. Extra paper towel. Here's raviolis that I was going to eat last night. We never got to it. So let's see. I'll show you my water kits in a second because we're going to put out the fire with the water remaining. Bandana, I'll usually just tie around something like this. Just let that hang. This shovel, which is always very in the way. I have a carabiner on there, and I'll just, after I have everything packed, I usually hook that on the outside at the end. Okay, let me grab the rest of the stuff, guys. Okay, on my belt, I don't know if you could see that okay. I have the Spyderco Bushcraft, and I have my fire kit. As far as the kukri, the LA Police Gear Pack has this pouch in the back. I think it's a hydration pouch. And I put the kukri right in there. And ideally, the $8 Lowe's bow saw goes in there, but I'm having a lot of trouble and have to make a new one or buy a new one with this blade guard. So I had to carry this in yesterday by hand. I might have to do that again because it kind of sucks to get the blade caught on anything, especially your body. Here's the bandana I was wearing yesterday. We'll probably throw that back on because I could take my hat off now that it's warm. The blue tarp's going to go in this, and I just hang it from a carabiner. And let's go to our water stuff. Oh, the shamag goes either around my neck or around my waist. Okay, we just used our water to put out the fire, guys. And my shovel that's constantly in the way. It does work good for clearing areas and putting out the fire, stomping out the fire. I like to use this for everything that I see people using, and I used to do it too, but see people using their feet for. They use their feet to clear area, to put out fires, stuff like that. Footwear is very expensive, so anything I can use to avoid using my feet or shoes as a tool, I try to do that. I really get paranoid about not having water. At this area here, I camp close to Keshequa Creek. It's just across the way, so that's not a big deal. But I don't always camp to where water is readily accessible, and I like to have it at all times and as much as I can. And it does get heavy, but I don't mind the weight. Half of this whole bushcraft hiking thing that I do is for exercise anyway, so I don't mind the weight at all. Alright, so canteen. Let's do the canteen first. Here's the canteen cup. Canteen stove. Goes right under the cup. Locks in like that. Then the canteen is going to go in like that. They're all going to go into this canteen pouch. The lid goes in the back. And I cinch it up. Pocket on the side for my hobo tool. I have snare wire and utility wire in the other side should I need it. fish mouth spreaders. Goes right back here as well. And usually what I do is I'll take it just like this and throw it around the back of my pack by my one of my braided ridge lines that I made. So canteen set all taken care of right there. I have the hobo tool, the little stove, which I don't use a whole lot, the cup, the canteen itself, fish mouth spreaders, and the lid. So you can get away with just bringing this on a lot of trips you go to. Stanley water bottle, this is what I drink coffee out of, is this top. Just screws off. And I love these water bottles. And I also have this type of water bottle. This is going to carabiner off of my pack, so I'll throw that on a carabiner. This is either going to go in a side pocket or I'll do the same thing with that. Okay guys, just about packed up and ready to go. The only things I have left are the blue tarp that everything was on. I'm going to put that in its little stuffed sack and hook it to my pack. My fleece is going to go around my waist, my shemagh around my neck. The tripod that the camera is on has a case, and the tripod's going to go on one of these sides here, and then I use the cinch straps to kind of hold it in. This stuff is key when I'm out here, guys. This is a Repel 100, and the key to this is it's 98% DEET, and I am not touched at all by bugs when I'm out here when I use this. You got to be careful with it. It's almost 100% pesticide, but it works great and better than anything else that I've used. I mean, Thermacell has its purposes and it's a great piece of gear, and stuff with less DEET, if I'm in the woods for a less amount of time, or maybe not as bug infested areas, the off stuff, like deep woods off, and that usually that's 40% DEET or below. That's usually okay, like taking Ember for a hike, for example. But I swear by this stuff right here. It's not great for you, and I mean it comes with its own warnings on the back, but you'll be mosquito free and bug free if you use this. This goes in my back pocket because I've had DEET eat through nylon before, nylon tarps and parts of other packs that I've had. So I always try to keep this separate from my gear. So I'll keep this in my back pocket. And that's just about it, guys. I really thank you for joining me, and we will talk to you again down the road. Bye-bye, guys.